Hello, my overthinkers. Well, today's topic is more about children of strategic naivety, or tale of borders, or maybe borrowed rice, or we can say the blundered dressed as diplomacy. It all began in the year 1950 when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the man with a geopolitical compass that actually worked, wrote a letter, not just any letter. This was the Hey Nehru, maybe don't sleepwalk through a foreign invasion kind of letter. Patel warned, if China walks into Tibet, we lose our buffer. Next up, they will be eyeing Ladakh, Nepal, maybe even Sikkim. And no, they are not sending hugs, they are sending troops. He basically held up a big red sign saying geopolitical realism this way. But Nehru was too busy penning love letters to idealism. You see, Nehru believed in something called Panchsheel, five lonely principles about peace, respect, and holding hands across the Himalayas. Very poetic, unfortunately, also very useless when the other side brings tanks instead of flowers. Nehru looked at China's invasion of Tibet and went, this is just a foolish adventure and it won't last. Spoiler alert, it did. In fact, it graduated. But wait, it gets better. While China was, invading Tibet, they politely asked India for a shipment of rice. And instead of laughing or saying, try the UN, Nehru said, sure, take all the rice you need. Yes, we sent rice to feed an army that was invading a region we said should stay free. I mean, even British colonial officer must have face-palmed from their graves. Then came the Lhasa consulate deal. Not only did we let China open shop in Lhasa, we also quietly pulled out our diplomatic support to Tibet. And just like that, India basically said, okay China, it's yours now. Just don't be mean, okay? The result, we lost influence, lost Tibet, and gained what exactly? Alright, a permanent neighbor with trust issues and expansionist goals. But don't worry, the story doesn't end there because China's so called foolish adventure didn't end. It evolved, it matured like wine or a virus. Today, instead of soldiers, they send checkbooks. Instead of borders, they redraw economic maps. Welcome to the age of debt trap diplomacy. The tactic: offer juicy infrastructure loans, watch the country default, then politely claim a port or power grid like it's a monopoly. Ask Sri Lanka. They borrowed 1.3 billion, defaulted. Now Hambantota port is on the lease to China for 99 years. That's right, a century of strategic leverage in exchange for being bad at budgeting. Or look at Pakistan. Ah yes, the eternal brotherhood of dependency. Enter the 60 billion CPEC project. China builds, Pakistan pays, and when they can't, China simply gets more control. Africa. Zambia sweating over Chinese ownership of its power sector. Kenya nearly lost the Mombasa port. Maldives, over 30% of the GDP in Chinese debt. Welcome to paradise. Please deposit sovereignty at the door. Meanwhile, in the South China Sea, China built entire fake islands, slapped some missiles on them, and called it historic rights. The international court said it's illegal. China said cute ruling and carried on. And of course, India got its own sequel, the Doklam standoff in 2017 and the Galwan clash in 2020. 20 Indian soldiers martyred. China, as always, denied wrongdoing, probably while paving more roads in disputed areas. They keep violating everything from Panchsheel to the UN Charter. But hey, consistency is a form of integrity, right? So, what's the lesson? Simple. 1950, can we borrow some rice? 2020s, can we borrow your port, your economy, and your geopolitical leverage? China isn't foolish, not even remotely. It's patient, it's calculating, it's sipping tea while the rest of us are still arguing about whether to serve biscuits. The only real foolishness, still thinking they are playing fair.